And we are live. Welcome everybody back to the hottest studio around. We are sitting at a very comfortable 89 degrees Fahrenheit so far. So it's gonna be a hot one. I went out this morning and kind of flushed out the garage hoping that it would help, but nope, it's actually hotter than last week's stream. So hoping for the best. I've got the fan. You can see we've got the pool floaty in case we need to cool down. But I've got the fan blowing on me like I had last week. If for some reason the fan is bringing in a lot of noise, let me know and I can lower it or adjust it. Last week, I think that everyone pretty much said that the noise cancellation did a good job of removing any sort of fan sound. So just let me know. What is it in normal units? Oh man, let's see. Celsius, I'm not good at doing the conversion. So if we're at 89 Fahrenheit, we are looking at a toasty 31.6 Celsius. So it is pretty warm in here. But let me see. Let me grab this here. Again, like I'm not used to streaming out here, so I'm using the iPad as the second screen. Things are a little bit wonky, so I'm gonna do my best to keep on top of chat and everything, but it is a little bit more difficult to see everything. So let me unplug the power. I think I've probably got enough juice. See who's all here today. We've got Alan's here, Greenbeard, Mike's in the house, Del Mar, hey Jose, Nappin coming in from Sweden, Lord Gitface, Stuart, Raj, Shrimp Father. I hope everyone is doing awesome. Sorry to everybody that's outside of the States. I know that for everyone watching from like EU and other places that the 1 hour later makes it even later into your night. So I apologize for that. It's been a crazy week. I've been sleeping like crap, and there's been a bunch of stuff going on. I'm actually leaving tomorrow for the Lightburn trip I'm going on, so I've been trying to like kind of get everything done with there. So we're gonna stream the goal is like 3 hours. We'll see with the temperature. Once it gets to like 92, 93, I think I'm gonna be kind of miserable, but we're gonna do the best we can do. I want to update, so let me really quickly, it's 5 a.m. in Australia, so thank you for watching at 5 a.m. That's wild. It's only 9 p.m. over here. Okay, that's not that bad then. Yeah, 5 a.m. is pretty rough, even for me, who's kind of a vampire. Hey TT, how's it going? Simon, how you doing? Jex, hello. So yeah, let's really quickly zoom out to this big view. So this is the monster. This is the FYSETC Venture XL. Normal disclosure, FYSETC did provide the kit. That is the extent of the collaboration. All opinions are of my own, so they obviously cannot watch a live stream before it goes live because it's happening right now. But yeah, they did provide the kit. The couple of things I've done since last week, which isn't a whole lot, is I did get confirmation. People last week when we were looking at the printed parts were saying that, hey, those are PETG. I asked FYSETC and haven't gotten a reply yet. But based off, there was a review that came out on the Venture XL, and I can't remember the creator's channel, and I feel really bad about that. But it basically confirmed that they're absolutely PETG. So I did start reprinting out parts in a combination of red ABS and black ASA. So I just, as much as I like to use the parts that come with a kit, I don't want to go through the process of installing a PETG stealth burner. Like that just seems ridiculous. Hey Lisa. So we will be using these parts. I have a few more pieces to print out. I have been testing out the Anycubic Cobra S1, and it's not been doing a great job with cooling. And so I've had to print out on the second round of a couple parts here that just had really not good looking overhangs, and they probably need to get printed again. So these parts are all the ones that I've basically signed off as passing the initial sniff test, but everything else needs to get reprinted. I'm not going to be reprinting out things like spool holders or the screen holder, because since that's going to be, external from the actual printer itself, I'm not as concerned about heat issues. But for something like the tool head that's going to be sitting above 4 AC heaters and have a heating element in it, it just seems like I'm setting myself up for failure. So I think you saw, printing perspective. That's probably right. That's probably right, Nappin. Hey, William. You could nap in that printer. I made a joke with Jack and said, this is the timeout printer. If you're bad, this is where you're gonna go in timeout. So the only things I've done since last week, aside from printing out some parts, is I did prep the rails. And by prep the rails, all I've done is take all the rails out, take the bearing blocks off of them, and basically wipe them all down to remove. There was quite a bit of packaging grease that was just black and dirty. And then I I don't have it anymore, but I hit it with a little bit of the, oh gosh, what's the grease called we've been using? The mobile EP1, is that right? EP1 grease. So rails are all greased up. So the main plan for today is, hey Deanna, welcome. William, welcome. So the main plan for today is to definitely finalize the frame. So let's go here really quickly. So last week we got up through here basically. So we're gonna install the rails. So it's gonna be today's stream is gonna be a T-nut installing simulation. So I'll be installing T-nuts, sliding these rails onto floor extrusions, putting these in the corners, dropping the top down, putting on the cross bracing, and then we're gonna see how far we can get beyond that. We'll just see how long this all takes. I also just wanted to give a shout out to, I'm really bad with names, that's not a strong suit. LTX Designs, I don't know if he's in chat right now, but he's been in chat, he's built one of these, and he did send me a list of issues he ran into. This was like feedback for Fabrico, but he provided it to me as sort of like a, hey, check this out, it's probably gonna save you a little bit. Hey Tuxedo, hey Ranch Kid, if I didn't say that. What will you print once the printer is built? Yes, that is the question. I mean, so I definitely have mentioned that I want to print out some large HueForge things for Jackson's walls in his room. As far as like big things that are going to use the Z space, I don't know yet. If anyone has ideas, like for the longest time I wanted to build a life-size like Modbot robot with LEDs in the eyes, so maybe this will be the printer that I'll do that on, but I don't know yet. A lot of what I print doesn't have to be massive, which I get is completely counter to what we're building here. So if anyone has ideas for big things, like I would love some big practical prints. Like, yeah, I would love some big practical prints. So if we've got some, there's been 3 people building them at about the same time in the Fabrico Discord. Okay, got it. It's already 85 in my living room. It's supposed to hit 100, no AC. Yeah, we've already climbed. We're at 90 Fahrenheit right now, Deanna. So it's freaking hot. I've got shorts on and like a thin, I don't know, like almost like a rash guard t-shirt. So I'm hoping that this combined with the fan will keep me warm, but it's gonna be brutal. Hey, Dr. Dave, how's it going, man? So the one thing that I am a little bit uncertain of, this is the section we're gonna run into today. It says, myself and Nero made the same mistake installing the pre-drilled countersunk extrusions. The picture in the assembly manual makes it look like they are on the outside of the corner rail, but further down the manual you see they are on the inside of the rail. So I don't fully understand. I did some looking. Where's the guide? I did a bit of looking. So from what I'm seeing, I've got the 4 extrusions already. I've got the 4 rails. It looks to me like they all slide on the same, like this is the countersunk section where the socket head will be. So it looks to me like they're all on that. But the main difference I see is that for 2 of them, we're butting them up against one side of the extrusion, and then the other one, we're butting them up against the other side. I don't know this, like as far as like direction of installing them, I find that a little bit confusing. So we'll cross that bridge. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, I suppose. How long before Daniel breaks down and gets a portable AC? I know, we're gonna be out here for like the whole hot season. I'm just like kicking myself. I mean, we could get the mini split, but it's just, I really don't want to spend the funds right now. Like we just got the family car and we have the, baby coming in the next probably 45 days. So I want to wait, but the comfortability aspect of it, I'm regretting not prioritizing just doing a mini split right when we moved into this house. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started. It says install the assembly array. Does it say anything about, here we go. Okay, so it looks like we're just gonna install M3/8s and M3T nuts on every other slot. So let's just start this here. I'm gonna move you guys so I can see you. Let's put you guys maybe like right here. That's not gonna work. Right here, that'll work. Cool. And I'll change the camera. I mean, there's not gonna be a whole lot to see for a bit here. It's gonna be me just sitting installing an absolute ridiculous amount of nuts. So let me at least get out what we need. M3/8s, M3s, and then let me throw these M5 and little corner braces to the other side here. Oh. How's everybody's week going? Also, let me see how many holes we have. If I start on the outside, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So I wonder if we want to start, we'll do the outside ones and go every other from the outside maybe. But that's a lot. So I'm going to be installing basically 20, 40, I mean like 80 screws and nuts right now, guys. I mean, I didn't realize how many there were. And I'm like, yeah, we'll get through the frame part of this really quickly. Now I'm like, no, we will not get through the frame part of this really quickly. Yeah, I'm going to New York for a work trip, and I've never been to New York, and I was looking at the humidity, and it looks like it's gonna be very toasty. So let me grab just a little ball head for this. Big printer, big, yes. Big printer is indeed very big. Part of me wishes I had just done this so you guys didn't have to watch me literally screw this in, but I guess we can talk for the next hour. Wait, am I doing this right? Yeah, I am. It's the right way. This week is going great. I'm on vacation, beach every day. Oh, that sounds awesome, dude. What's the weather like? If I remember correctly, Jose, you're in Portugal, right? What's the weather like right now in Portugal? I know that it gets hot during the summer. I was in Portugal for summer the one time I was there. Have you gotten an AFI? No, I just got the filament for it. I just got the filament for that printer. They had talked to me, like, I had a contact at FlashForge for a long time, and we were talking about getting this printer sent out like probably like 6 months ago. And then there was a delay, and then my contact left the company, and then the new contact reached out, and the original agreement was that I didn't guarantee I would do a review video on it, but that I would do a live stream like first look, and that was no problem. And then I got the new contact, and they're like, yeah, that's fine, we'll stick with that. And then they came back to me and were like, no, like we actually need a review. And I said, hey, I always do my best to make reviews, but because of the extent of time, both in testing as well as editing, like I just can't guarantee it. That's not what we agreed upon. And if like you're saying that, you know, what we had agreed upon before with the other colleague is no longer standing, then I understand. And if you want to hold off and not send it, then I get it. And then they came back to me and said, no, we'll send it. If you can do the review, great. If not, then a live stream, like just looking at it, will be fine. So at the very least, we're gonna live stream and take a look at it. I know there's a lot of interest in it. So, you know, again, my goal is to do a full review, but just with baby coming and with just all of the other stuff I'm working on, I just don't want to guarantee it. Hey, Petty. Portugal, it's summertime. The weather is on and off. Some hot days and others a bit colder. Gotcha. Yeah, I remember when we were out there for a couple weeks for summer, I remember when we were at the beach, almost everybody, all the locals left the beach at the peak of the day. Like when the sun was hottest and the UV rays were the hottest, like everyone kind of left. It was not, I wasn't used to seeing that. Like being in California most of my life, people just stay at the beach all day. So it was kind of weird to see that the beach kind of cleared out midday for some hours, then everyone kind of came back once that wasn't the peak of the heat anymore. Why are we not going in? Why are we not going in? It's a bad nut? No, it seems like it's not a bad nut. There we go. I'll probably take a break after doing each of these and install it into the actual I'm just gonna do every other. I don't care if we don't have any at the end or if I double up on the end. I lied. I'm not gonna spin it around and try to meet it in the middle. There's just too many holes. I do need to move this guy. Let's move you down here. If autofocus is going crazy too, let me know, everyone. I can just put it on like manual focus, kind of middle of the table here. I'm also getting grease all over my hands. Some do the same in Florida, typically when the wind died down and shift the other direction. Got it. Hey, Viking. How's it going? Actually, I probably am gonna have to spin this around. I'm still gonna just do every other, which means at the end I won't have one. I guess I could double up on the end if we want to, but these rails are so long that it's gonna be a struggle to even reach the other side. Just grease all over. Okay, let's flip this like this. Hey, Kegel. Man, it's freaking hot, dude. Nero showed me that once he turned on the printer, it raised his garage temp by like 5, was it 5 Celsius? I think it was Celsius. So I'm just like, oh no, it's gonna be so hot. Not a weekend build then? What, this thing? This printer? I mean, maybe, it depends on how, I guess it depends on how committed you are to the cause, but I would not want to, I don't think I'd want to build this over a weekend. I also, the only other change I'm probably going to do to this is I did see that FYSETC is working with Fadis to possibly offer Rapido 2s for this. So I'm not going to use a Rapido 2 just because I don't have a spare one here, but I'm very likely going to install, I think I have an extra, I have to check, but I think I might have an extra Voron high flow Dragon hot end. And if that's the case, it's probably what's going to be used in here because I saw the default hot end caps out, I think it was like 12 cubic millimeters per second with PLA, which is just not enough flow for the size of this printer. It's going to be a huge bottleneck. This actually comes with panels. Although one of the issues I've heard is that they're really thin panels and they warp, which leads to gaps. So we're going to use the panels it came with. I don't really plan on using this for ABS. It's more about keeping dust and debris and that kind of stuff with the lasers and CNC in here off of the rails as much as possible. But if it ends up being a big problem, I don't know if my CNC machine's big enough, but I think the cutting area is 33 inches by 33 inches. So if I needed to, I could potentially cut thicker polycarbonate panels or acrylic, maybe acrylic panels on here. Probably polycarb, depending on, hey, there's LTX. I gave you a shout out. Thank you for your guide. I saw that you had a comment about this particular section that you and Nero put these on incorrectly. And I was looking at the guide and I don't fully understand. Also a question for everyone. We did every other. Do you think we should leave the end one empty on this side since we did every other, or should I double up on this one and have one at the end? I'll let you guys decide on what we want to do with that. I have a 4-foot by 8-foot CNC. I can cut you some panels in PC and ACM. Oh, that's awesome. I have to measure. I don't know if the CNC I have at 33 inches by 33 inches is going to be big enough. If it is, I might just try here, man, because like for the sake, like the shipping cost is so expensive on large things. So, but if I can't do it, I might end up taking you up on that. I really might. So do we want to install a T-nut in the final one as well, even though it's going to be double? And first person to respond. I'd leave it and put the end without the bottom. Okay. All right. 5 plus Celsius would take your garage from 89 to 98. Oh, God. Put that in the bottom. All right. Put that in the bottom. I don't even know which way is up and which way is down. That's the confusing thing. Cut some acrylic on a table saw. I don't have a table saw. I got a miter and a skill saw that I'm not very skilled with. Okay, so the question I have at LTX is, based off what I'm seeing here, oh man, I'm getting grease all over everything. So based off what I'm seeing here, it wants us to basically install them on the same side. So if this is the countersunk side where the socket heads are going to be, we want, if it's facing this direction, all 4 are going to go on this side, but 2 of them are going to be butted up against one side. 2 of them are going to be butted up against the other side. They didn't do ones on the bottom either. And is there anything wrong with what I just said with there? Is that fine to basically have socket heads on this side so, like the countersunk, and then rail like that. I think that this is what you're talking about as far as where the installation gets funky. I just want to make sure I'm at least good to do this for right now. Looking at their guide, it looks like they did every other and left the side that butts up against the end without one. So we'll do the same thing for now. That's fine. I just want to make sure, because like, since it's so many nuts, I don't want to install this incorrectly unless I have to. And since LTX is here, you're doing it right. And it's okay, cool. It's the next step that gets confusing. Got it. Okay, so we'll start with just installing this onto one of these extrusions. So we'll start with the top one, which basically has the large countersunk holes facing, I have them facing towards me, so you can kind of see big countersunk holes for the socket head. And on this side, it just has the kind of pass-through hole. So we will have this facing like this. We will slide this rail onto here. So much grease, just all the grease. Okay, let me do this a little differently. Hold on. Okay, there's the first one. Second one. I'm just gonna have to kind of hand feed these in, I think. When I'm done with this, I'm gonna wipe everything down with paper towels because yeah. Wow, these are getting kind of difficult to slide. This one might be a little too tight, maybe. What's going on with you, buddy? Slip and slide. That sounds really nice right about now. Slip and slide. Oh, that's getting tight. Okay, almost there. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna loosen, hold on. I'm gonna loosen up some of these just to see if it'll help a little bit, because it does not want to move anymore. Hammer time? Yeah, it might be time to bust out that handy mallet. There we go. All right, last one. You know what I don't have? Ah, crap. I don't have center guides. Like, oh man. Oh, I just realized I don't have center guides. What did we build last? Would I have these anywhere? I don't know that I've got... Dang it, dude. That was what I meant to print out, was the little centering jigs. We could... Okay, here's what we can do. Let's put this Anycubic printer to work really quick here. Let me close this up. It's gonna get even hotter in here printing ABS, but here, let's do this. I would really like to have these rails centered. Let them be non-centered. I center them with the gantry. This is why you always save us. I know. I should know better than that. Okay, let's really quickly. I'm gonna download Anycubic slicer, because for the sake of all the testing I've done that I've been using their slicer. Anycubic, it's called like, there we go, the next slicer. Download for Windows. You said it's in FYSETC GitHub? FYSETC, Venture, XL, GitHub. Need to print, no printing required. Gantry? No. Tools. Okay. So we'll start with, I don't think, will we need the 4040s today? I don't think so. We'll down, oh no, we don't need that today, right? That's probably for the next, I'll download them still, but I'll download all of them. And if you print them, I would recommend you print at least 4. I was gonna print 3, I can do 4. Yeah, I like to do at least 3, but yeah, that's fine, I can do 4. I think we just need the 2020 ones for today, so I'll probably just do 4 of the 2020 ones then. Okay. Is it opening? Global. Skip. We've got the Anycubic Cobra S1. Sure. Sure. Cool. I'm gonna change it to me really quick. My email is not secret, but just in case. I don't know. I don't know what password I use. That'll be fun. Great. I have no idea what password I used for this. Lovely. Let me see if it's in my password manager really quick here. Nope, it's not. Lovely. Forgot password. Reset password via phone? Okay, one sec. Here's my code. Lovely. Lovely. Are we in? We're in. Okay, cool. All right, so what do we have 2 open? Don't need 2 open. Okay, lovely. Cool. Okay, so let's just print out 4 of the MGN9 2020s. Cool. Where is the sync? Oh, we need Cobra S1. There we go. There we go. Okay, standard settings should probably be fine. We'll do 3 walls, 15% solid, that should be fine. And then I think it always wants to do brims on this for some reason. So let's do no brims. And let's, 25 minutes. It'll probably take longer by the time it all heats up and stuff, but it'll take us a while to do all this anyway. So let me just make sure it's starting. Are we watching your door on build? You also forgot. I know! I know! I know, Simon. At least I'm consistent. I consistently forget that I need these for like every build. Okay, so we got one. Let's go ahead and place this off to the side. like I said, by the time we've got all these nuts and rails on, it'll probably be done printing anyway. So on to the next. Maurice with the 2 years membership. Thank you, buddy. Maurice celebrates 24 months membership. 2 years. Thank you so much, buddy. Thank you for all the support. All right, on to the next. That is the funniest thing with Modbot, if his squirrel moments. Yeah. You guys don't watch me for building efficiency, okay? Let's get that out of the way right now. It is the journey, not the destination. The destination is a bonus. You should get some from Suncut Send. Wait, get what? Like, get some rail jigs? Or do you mean panels? Tuxedo with the 5 months! Thank you, man. Let's do, Tuxedo, you get a Hadouken and a squirrel. Thank you, buddy. In our weekly garden updates, we did get our tomatoes are starting to come in, so I probably harvested about 50 to 60 cherry tomatoes. We got our first 2 cucumbers. I've given away 3 zucchini now. Nope, that's not true. 1, 2, 3, 5 zucchini now. And we have our first honeydew growing. So that's all very exciting. It's the squirrel moments and when you're violent and smash printers. That was one time. That was one time. And that printer was asking for it, man. Is the autofocus okay for everyone? Like I said, it tends to prefer grabbing hands. So if we want, I can turn it off and just have it kind of focused on the rail. It seems like it's okay to me right now, but I can't tell. Still one time. Yeah, I think, am I wrong in saying that I punched the power supply off of its holding points? I think I did. To be fair, I don't think it was held on with more than 2 bolts, but... Did you sort out the wasp problem? Yeah, I think so. I think so. We have a pest control that like comes once quarterly, and there was one on our eaves for the house that I just couldn't reach, so they knocked that one, and then funny enough, 48 hours later, there was a new one, so that's fun. But they haven't bugged us at all. They're just kind of up there doing their thing, so whatever. And then there was one that I wasn't able to get inside of the retaining wall, and I think they got that as well. There's still quite a lot of wasps around, which I'm fine with. I mean, we have paper wasps here, which are like the least aggressive, I think, of the wasp family. So I don't really mind them, and they do some good things. It's my understanding that they're pretty good for pest control, and although they're not the best pollinators, they still can pollinate. So I don't mind them so much. It's more when there's nests in the yard and stuff like that. But I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but I feel really bad because Jackson has what I would describe as sort of a extreme fear of anything that flies now, because we had a bunch of wasp nests in the backyard, and I kept telling him, hey, stay away from those, they're owie, or like, I think that's how I was describing them, like, hey, stay away from those, they're owie. And I was calling them bees because it was just a lot easier to say bees than wasps, or buzz. And so now every time he sees a bee or a wasp or even a fly, he like screams and runs. So it sucks because like my goal was just to try to like explain to him like, hey, these aren't your friends, don't go and play around with them. But I seem to have instead created a pretty extreme fear of them, which was not my goal. So we'll see how that pans out as he gets older. But yeah, he was, I mean, gosh, he was with my parents at this little like pond yesterday, and they said there was a few times where he just kind of like screamed, and yesterday he was crying, and I don't even know if it was a bee, it might have been a fly. Bald-faced hornets are awesome. I've watched them scoop flies off of cows' backs. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, in defense, like I do have a bit of a phobia of wasps. I never And they never really bugged me. Like in California where I lived, we had mostly bees. I didn't have a ton of wasps. I don't remember growing up like we have here. And those never really bugged me. I've never got stung except for one time when I fell on top of one. But I mean, come on, I fell on top of it. But here, the first couple months we moved to Idaho, I was mowing the lawn, I didn't see a nest, and I got stung in the face and in my leg. And ever since then, like, I've definitely been a bit more fearful of them. And so I think that contributed to, you know, the extent of me trying to hammer that point home to Jack and, you know, kind of going a bit overboard with it, it seems like. I used to be like that at his age too. Yeah, maybe he'll grow out of it. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to tell him now, like when he sees I'm like, no, it's fine. Like, it's just leave it alone. Or like if there's a fly, I'm like, it's just a fly. But he's like, no fly, no fly. I'm like, yeah, it's just a fly, buddy. My wife stepped on a bee the other day. Oh no. Yeah, my, the person I know that's gotten hit the worst, and we were just talking about this at dinner yesterday, was my mom. They've got some land, a little bit of land in California up in the mountains. And they have to clear it every year, or at least every other year, for the fire marshal, because California, for anyone that's not in the States or hasn't seen it on, like, I don't know, world news, California is a state that is almost always on fire, it feels like. And it's been like that most of my life. And so the land has to be cleared of weeds, like to a certain height every season. And my mom said that, I think it was 2 years ago, maybe it was longer than that now, but she was using the weed whacker to whack down the weeds as like a starting point. And all of a sudden was like feeling a burning feeling in her back. And she turned around and she had agitated, I guess, a nest that was underground. And she ran and she ran to the car. And when they chased her all the way to the car, inside the car, and just stung her over and over again. And she didn't used to be very allergic to wasps, but now she said, like, as time's gone on and she's gotten stung more, like, she swells up a lot more than she used to. So that story is terrifying to me. That, like, my mom is a strong woman, and that would, like, she seems pretty, like, I mean, obviously it wasn't a fun experience, but she seems a lot calmer about that situation than I would be. I stepped in a wasp nest when I was in Scouts. I think it was 12 or 13 years old. I'm not scared of them, but I did scream at that point. My whole leg, oh gosh. Oh, yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. I would say out of me, Aaron, and Jackson, like, I'd say I'm the least fearful of bugs. I was in Scouts as well. I camped a lot in my life. Mosquitoes love me. I don't love them. But a lot of bugs don't really bug me. The main ones that get me, okay, outside of wasps, the main one that gets me are cockroaches, man. We had some run-ins with those when we were living in the apartments, and I hate is a strong word, but I do hate them. Yellow jackets. Yeah, I asked my mom, and she says, I don't know if they were yellow jackets. They didn't look like that. They were kind of fuzzy, but I don't know, man. When I hear like nest in the ground and really aggressive, it makes me think yellow jackets. So I'm wondering if maybe she doesn't exactly remember, or, you know, or maybe didn't see them correctly in the moment. But I have a feeling that they were probably yellow jackets. I had my hand raised above my head and had something bump into my hand and instinctively squeezed my finger. Yeah. My mom told me as a kid too, she was on a boat or a canoe and one had like flown, like landed under her arm, and when she closed her arm, that's how she got stung. A lot of times, I mean, if you're not aggressive with them or near their nest, a lot of times if you get stung, it's something like that. My dad got stung. I remember when he took my brother to a field trip as a kid, he had like this candy, like a lollipop type thing, and because it was sweet, one flew into his mouth and he got stung, which is awful. I don't want to talk about bugs anymore. I don't mind bugs, but I also feel like there's a lot of people that probably maybe don't love them. No more bugs. Let me see what's going on with the printer really quick too. I hear it doing stuff. Okay, it's just doing the homing sequence, so her meshing sequence, it's at temp. We are at, temperature has dropped? Temperature's dropped down to 88 in here, guys. Okay, so same thing with this one. We're gonna have it, we're gonna have it with the large holes facing towards me, and we're gonna have it with the side that doesn't have a T-nut facing towards the right, because that's gonna be our outside. And we are going to start sliding on this greasy rail. I love them. The eusocial insects are great. I don't mind bugs unless they're in my printer or computer. That's fair. Nobody likes a printer bug. Okay, so I think that this T-nut might be just a little too tight, and that's why it's causing... Yeah, that's all it is. So if I start to feel the rail get tight, I just need to loosen a couple turns, whatever T-nut I just slid in last. Okay, this one's being stubborn. Oh, Jackson's up. Why is... Okay, this one must be too tight. You know who I don't feel like I've seen in a while? PF. Has anyone talked to PF? Hope he's alright. I mean, he was here for like every stream for a really, really long time, and then all of a sudden I just realized, like, I don't think I've seen him in a few weeks' time. I know life gets busy. I just want to make sure, like... he's doing alright. How's the build process going? Slow and steady, man. Slow and steady. I wouldn't say it's going bad, though, which is good. How's your Trident build going? Are you working on that right now? I think you are. Dude, I cannot get this nut in. There we go. Haven't seen PF in a while, and Steve, yeah, I hope he's okay. If anyone has contact with him, like, please reach out and just check in on it. I can probably do the same via Discord DMs, but I just want to make sure that he's doing okay. Okay, just a couple left. Man, these last ones are kind of sucking. This one I think is too tight. I messaged a month or so. His wife and his mom. His wife is like my mom, so he is busy. Got it. Okay. Cool. Thank you, Lisa. I definitely can't keep tabs on everyone, but like PF has been here for forever, and when I notice, like, just want to make sure everyone's doing okay. That's all. If I can. But I realize that, like, you know, life stuff happens, and I've always said, like, I've had quite a few people reach out. I'm like, hey, I'm really busy with stuff. I'm not gonna be able to make streams for a while. I'm like, that is fine. Like, streams are a fun thing where we hang out and build stuff, and life stuff comes first. I just, you know, at least want to make sure that someone knows what's going on or is checked in. Okay, so I got grease on my hands. Let me wipe this off. So we're halfway through putting nuts on. And we are 30 minutes in, so at this rate, it'll take us another half an hour. So that's pretty close to my 1 hour mark. I haven't gotten stung in years, and I want to keep it that way for as long as possible. Yeah, that is a great goal, Dr. Dave. I am right up there with you. The one thing I have been seeing a lot of in the garden, we have a ton of ladybugs that showed up, which I'm super thankful for because I've been dealing with aphids. And then also, this is kind of adorable. See if I can find this photo. Oh, I'll show this really quick too for the garden folk. This was the first the first cucumber, just a little guy, and two zucchinis, and then the first tomatoes I got the other day. But I've been noticing in the mornings when I go out there and check on the garden, there's a bunch of bees, and they're not like pollinating, they're sleeping. A lot of the zucchini flowers and the squash flowers just have a bunch of sleeping bees in them. And I think Aaron told me that the bees will sleep in flowers, but I'd never seen that before. And I'm like, well, that is adorable. Okay, let me get rid of you, get rid of you, get rid of you, get rid of you. We don't need these greasy bags. Okay, on to the next one. Wait, we're here for printing builds? I thought it was to make you squirrel. Yeah, this is just everyone gets together before the streams and discusses ways to distract me. Bugs. Speaking of bugs, I'm climbing up my leg. Garden stuff always is more. Oh yeah, I am a huge, like, I never really had the chance before we started renting a house and then bought a house, but like even in the apartments we had for a while, like the aero gardens and stuff like that. I've mentioned it before, but like I work in front of computers all day long, every single day, and I am a huge, you know, tech computer nerd guy, and so I don't mind that. But the gardening aspect is like, while it can be stressful for sure, dealing with like pests and disease and stuff like that, it brings me a lot of joy, and it's nice to get outside and get some sun. Hey BBs. Thanks, Nappin. How's your week going, BBs? I meant pie. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, pie is pretty local to me, and we've actually gotten together out here a few times, so I've kept up to date relatively well with him. But I need to reach out again. Yeah, I think PF, I don't know if I met PF for the first time last year at, I think it was 3D Printopia, and I'm pretty sure he's definitely East Coast. I think maybe Jersey, maybe? I'm not organized, I just have moments, I realize things. Yeah, organization organization I feel is a struggle for a lot of people, but it's absolutely a struggle for me. Not for lack of desire, like I do like, I would love to have more organization, but the way like with how many projects I got going on and the way my brain works, like it does not come naturally, just having organization. It's organized chaos is how I would describe a lot of the things I've got going on. Is anybody here going to Open Sauce? I'm pretty sure that's happening this weekend. Executive dysfunction for the, yeah. I've mentioned it a bunch of times, but when I'm working on a project, like I kind of have to keep it somewhat messy because I know where things are in that mess. And if I put things away every time, it's like, ah, where is this? What box is this in? Not that I couldn't do a better job of that and label things better, but I do tend to find that when I'm working on a project, keeping things just out, even if it looks messy, like how this table looks right now, I know where everything's at. No Open Sauce for me, but curious how it will go. Yeah, I haven't gone. I would love to go one of these years. Maybe next year? I feel like I said that last year and the year previous. This is the third one, right? I think it's the third one. Yeah, it has to be the third one. I'm in the same, I need to organize, yeah. But the one thing I'm curious about is, so as much as I like organized, well, like as much as I function well in organized chaos, when I'm done with the project, I can't start on the next project until I have a clean slate. Like I have to, I don't pile project on project. I mean, so it's hard to describe this. I run multiple projects at the same time, but like, let's say in this area, we're done with this. I wouldn't want to start the next project with a bunch of stuff from this left over. I have to clear it out. Otherwise, I get super stressed out and just can't think clearly. Like I do have to clear out the area before I start the next big thing. Entropy is the base state of the universe. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. I heard about this organization concept. Yeah, it's like my ongoing, what's it called? The Zach Friedman's organizational system. I've been working on that for like 3 years and I still only have a couple drawers done because I'll like finally print out a few, like say I'm gonna start working on it and then stop. Number one reason the alignment tools are thrown out each time. Exactly. Like this is, I won't need this. I actually would like to do open source. So many people like go do it, not just 3D printing. Yeah, it's a good variety of just like all-around makers. It's definitely more diverse than just 3D, like a 3D printing event. There's a lot of like robotics and electronics and electrical stuff and still, yeah, all sorts of Gridfinity. That's it. Yeah, I'd love to Gridfinity all the drawers upstairs. The whole point of me getting those drawers upstairs behind me was to Gridfinity all of them. So far I have like, I think 1 drawer Gridfinity and the rest of them are filled with the projects. When I need to clean that workspace upstairs, I just pick a new drawer, throw all the leftover pieces in there. Like that's been my thing. Okay, so this time we're gonna go from the left side. So we've got the socket facing us, socket heads facing us, and we're gonna go from the left side in. Not that it matters now that I'm thinking about it, right? Because we could just rotate it, but this is what we're doing. Okay, let's move you somewhere here. Somebody remind me later that I put these stops in. Because I've done that before where I put the stops in so the rails don't fall off or the blocks, and then I get to the stage where we're printing and I'm like, why is it not homing correctly? I'm like, oh, that's right. It's hitting the stops that I forgot to remove. Hey, nice. Happy Wednesday, man. Welcome to the hottest stream around, buddy. Hope your week's going good. Okay, this one's a little too tight. Maybe? What's going on here? Why are we not sliding in? That doesn't feel like it's that tight anymore. Huh. I don't know what's going on with this guy. Okay. I don't know if we have a bad nut or what's going on, but we're gonna swap this one out because he's not going in. Hey Sven, happy Wednesday. Let's try that again. Yeah, that was a bad nut. I don't know what the deal is. Maybe just the grooves were not machined properly, or I don't know how they actually make these, but they weren't manufactured properly because it was not going in. Tell you what, after doing this, I have no desire to use T-nuts for a while, or roll-in nuts. This is This is an absolute ridiculous amount. I know why we need them, but like, boy, is it a lot. Let's try. There we go. Okay. This one is in. We got one left to go. Let me really quickly rinse or wipe my hands off and then drink some water. I've been having coffee, but I feel the heat starting to get to me a little bit. Once your belts are on, you can remove the stops. The gantry won't drop on you. The Z motors hold the gantry in place. Nice. Yeah, I really like the motors they went with for the Z. That's something they did really well. Also, what is this using for leveling? Is it using a eddy current probe? I feel like I saw it's maybe using cartographer, but I can't remember. Oh, last rail, everybody. Whew. Last rail. I mean, not last rail of the build, but last rail of right now. Cartographer, okay. All right. The fun must go on. Let's get back to it. Or did we focus? What's going on here? I'm gonna turn off autofocus for right now. I don't see a point. We're kind of working in the same space. Let's see. Right about there and right about there. Last Z-rail. I think it's using its own gravitational pull. That's funny. Okay. It's got to be getting warmer now. 88.5. It seems like it's sort of stabilized around 88. That's the only reason we're here, to be funny. Aw, you guys cracked me up. You guys do give me some really good laughs. So sometimes there's some questionable things. There's been a few times where I read things in chat that I wish I had just read in my head, or like yeah, yeah. Let's just leave it at that. So many nuts, how many nuts? All the nuts. Don't always read chat out loud, we can get you in some trouble. Yeah, I think I have a certain level of trust in you guys. And usually that works out fine. Like, I've been doing this for, well, you know, long enough now. Every once in a while, somebody says something, I'm like, ooh, that was a little a little questionable, or maybe a little inappropriate. Will we dream? T-nuts in your dreams. There are worse things that you could dream about. I'm not sure what's better, a T-nut, like watching me install T-nuts, or heat inserts. I feel like heat inserts are at least a little bit more satisfying than T-nuts, but I could be wrong. If T-nuts is your thing, no judgment. That's a lot of nuts. Yep, a lot of nuts. Now I really want to put something in chat. No, nope. All right, Dr. Dave, you've been marked, Dr. Dave, as read in head before out loud. No. I do trust you guys. You guys have saved me more times than you have not saved me. There have been a few times where I'm like, oh, well, chat said. You need AC. I know, nice, I do. I talked about this earlier. I wish I had prioritized it after we moved in, but I didn't. It got busy. Life got busy, and then summer was here, and then I mentioned like we got a family car, and that was, we'd planned on getting one for years, but I was planning on getting it more like November, December of this year. And then we ended up getting it before baby number 2 showed up. And so we had the funds. It just required me to like move things around a little bit differently. So now I'm kind of like refilling the cookie jar. And so that combined with just the fact that our baby's coming soon and not knowing what medical bills are going to be like, I don't know. I feel like I should just wait. Hey, clown. You change your icon? I don't recognize the icon. You have to have changed it. That's definitely not been your icon. I did teach you. You did teach me how to use the backside of the calipers. I'd never heard that before. Somebody also, I learned from chat about hot glue, that you can remove it very easily with a Q-tip with some isopropyl alcohol. I had never heard of that before, and now I'm like, dude, this is a game changer. It's probably saved me from breaking cables. I'm sure I've got a list. Like, I mean, I don't have an actual list written down, but I could probably come up with a list of things that chat has said where I'm like, that is awesome. If you can't afford the expense, a ceiling fan is an expensive alternative. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, I've got the attic right above me that I could crawl into and install a ceiling fan. That would feel probably really nice. Oh, I think our print's done. Just in time, too, to align our rails. Right, let's do the last couple like this. Or, no, what am I saying? You're checking that list twice? What, the chat list? Gotta check it twice, at least. Posted an idea for you, do an organizing your garage with 3D printing and Mr. Cool. That would be awesome. Yeah, that would be pretty sweet. I've thought about reaching out to them. Like, the initial thought was like maybe they'd be okay with just an ad placement, but I think we talked about this last week maybe, or the week before, that a lot of times companies don't just want that. Like, they want a review, and I'm like, well, I can't review an AC unit on my channel. I'm sorry, that is not something my audience is interested in. An ad placement of it, sure, maybe someone watching the video will be like, oh, that's a great idea for my garage, but to do a full video on it, I just can't do that. But if there's some way where
the AC cookie jar, raised fist emoji.
Nice, thank you so much for the 10 euros for the AC cookie jar. Cheers, man. I need a new sound effect for while we're building out here. That's something with like heat, like I'm melting or something. I'll have to figure out something. If anyone has any ideas of like a good soundboard sound effect for hot, then let me know. Since we're gonna be out here for a while, this is my new home. It would be nice to have a sound effect that's related to heat. I want an AC review. Sizzling bacon. Oh, that's a good one. I do like that. It is also on brand with this being a food channel. Come on, nut. There's always a couple of these nuts, dude, that just have to be jerks. Wicked Witch of the West screaming. That's a good one, too. I do love me some Wizard of Oz. What is going on? I was pretty mindful about not screwing these in too far, I thought, so that way they would slide into the rail, but apparently I didn't do as good of a job as I thought I did. I wouldn't mind an AC review if it gets you an AC. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. I'm pretty strict on myself with my channel. Like, that's probably an understatement. I'm very strict on myself with the channel, and turn down a lot of stuff because I don't think it's a good fit. But I have been talking about like the channel is like, so for anyone like behind the scenes with YouTube, my channel is in no way, shape, or form sustainable as far as like if I had to lean on the channel for bills. Like if something happened and it's like I don't have a job, let's just say like, right, like something happened, it's no way sustainable in its current state. And a big part of that is because I have never been proactive about securing sponsorship deals or stuff like that. And so part of me feels like I've been proud of that, but part of me feels like I've been doing really myself and the channel like kind of a disservice by doing that. And so I will say this, that I am going to contact a company or an agency that basically kind of would act as a manager for securing brand deals, because I don't enjoy the business side of YouTube at all. Like I really don't. I like building stuff, I like learning things, and I like teaching people and helping people, or people learning from my mistakes. That's what I enjoy. And so I've really neglected that side of it. So I am going to contact a company that does that and see kind of how the conversation goes, because for the sake of making the channel a little bit more independent, as well as just, you know, the future of the channel, I should probably be doing that. I can help you with the review of the AC. AC is my thing. Nice. I'm gonna need you to fly out here and help me install it, buddy. We'll do a live stream. We'll say, hey, we're gonna do a live stream review. Here's my buddy. He flew all the way from Europe just to help me install my AC unit. that would be such an expensive trip. I would never let you do that. It's not an MCN. It's not quite an MCN. Like, I've always been, for anyone that's been on YouTube for a long time that ever was like in the gaming space, there was always a bunch of these multi-channel networks. Like Machinima was a big one, and there was so much bad stuff that came out of that. No, the way this would work is basically, my understanding would be that this company would basically has contacts with companies that have marketing budgets. And so they would look at my channel, look at my like analytics, look at my audience, look at my content, and based off that, reach out to contacts that they have to see, you know, work on like a brand deal, whether that's an integration or an ad placement like I've already been doing. And then the way they get their money is that there's a percentage of each sponsorship, like they take their percentage of it, which for me, I'm fine with. Like, I'm not charging any, like, the sponsor prices I charge for the channel based off what I've seen out there are a fraction of what anybody charges. And the main reason I think is because when I started YouTube 10, 15 years ago, like, I never even knew that like there was no goal of doing anything with it other than making some fun videos. And so the channel's grown, and I've never really addressed the business side of things, which has been fine because YouTube's never been my full-time thing, and I've really enjoyed it that way. But I still think it gets to a point where like I should probably be doing myself a little bit of disservice by not doing something like that. So marketing is a full-time job. Yeah, exactly. And I don't, like I said, Lisa, it's like one thing if I really enjoyed it, right? Like if it's like, yeah, I love reaching out to companies and negotiating like that's not me. That's not me. Like I'm way too, like I'll even use the phrase like a bit of a pushover. Like I'm too friendly. Like I'd rather have someone that like that's their thing, that's what they enjoy doing, and I see value in that, but it's just not me. My thing is learning things, getting frustrated, and learning all the things I did wrong and what worked, and then sharing that. Like that's what I'm here for. So if I can have someone else help out with the other stuff, that's their thing, that sounds like a what is it, like a symbiotic relationship? More like a manager in the way, same way a band. Yeah, exactly. More like a manager. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, the channel has always been just me. Like I've never paid for an editor. I've never done like, it's always been just me. And a lot of it is because I think I have maybe like some sense of like letting go of control issues. Like this is my baby. I am so passionate about making videos in the channel and the community. Like I just don't want to ever give up any of that, but it's my understanding that with this I wouldn't be doing that, aside from when I agree to like a deadline on something. You know, obviously I have to do that, which is what I'm already doing right now. So okay, so we have got our rails on. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to tighten them from the middle outward, but I'm going to grab the Dan, you come across as the hard yeah, it's funny. So I really quick story time as a break for 2 minutes here. I was hired for sales at a job, which was not the role I wanted or applied for, really. And the job was non-commission, which was awesome because commission makes things different. And the job was Just sell people what they want and what they need, and don't try to upsell them on things that they don't need. I loved it. I was so good at it because like I like helping people, but sales in general of like the, you know, like upsell, upcharge, like I have a near impossible time trying to sell somebody on something that I wouldn't want myself. Like it feels so disingenuous. It feels so disingenuous that I can't do it. So I can do sales if it's like passive sales. If it's like a, hey, you're already interested in this thing, like let me help you. But like I can't go like beyond that. It's just not me. Like I don't feel good about that. So hey Dino, is Dino or huge Dino or Dino? I have my my brother-in-law. His name is Dino, but the way that's spelled, I don't know if it's Dino or Dino. All right, here's our little pieces. These are not, oh, I was saying like these are not as tight as I would like, but they're tight-ish. Yeah, I almost like that tuxedo. It just doesn't feel good to me, man. Like it's what I would want, right? Like I would want someone to tell me how it is. Like if there's something that I legitimately need, then tell me. But like if you're just saying it because it ups your commission, like I don't know, I don't like that. Okay, so let's push this guy. Okay, that seems pretty flat. And then I'm just going to start with this. And then we're going to need to grab an actual, like, you know what? I'm going to also zoom out a little bit because you're not going to be able to see what's going on. Is this in focus? Not really. There we go. Okay, so I need a 2.5 millimeter driver. I got a 3. I got a 1.5, 2.5. There we go. Okay. What did I say? That's what she said. What did I say? Okay, I think this is roughly center. The nearest airport to me is Boise Airport. It's about 30 minutes away from me. It is, we do not have a big airport here, nice. Like, I'm flying to New York for a work trip and like I have to, like pretty much everywhere I've flown from here, there's no direct flights. You always have to fly either, I think I'm going to Salt Lake for one of the directions and the other one maybe Washington. Okay, I did not start this perfectly from the center, which was not ideal. I worked at AT&T authorized retail and couldn't stand their sales practices and had to leave. Yeah, at one point I applied, when we were initially looking at leaving California, we were looking at Gilbert, Arizona, and I applied for GoDaddy out there. They have a huge like call center, and we didn't end up moving out there, but what I read, well, one, that the work environment wasn't great, but also that like, the tactics, man. It's just corporate. I mean, it's probably like that everywhere, but like corporate America for sure. I don't know if I should be tightening these even more or whether it's overkill. Like if the driver was enough. Hey John, just stopping in for a few minutes before heading home. Hey man, thank you for swinging by to the hot studio where it's a cool 88, still 88 in here, 88 Fahrenheit. Hope your week's going good. We'll be streaming next week. I get back from my trip on Monday. And so, yeah, the plan is just to get back to sort of things as usual, do some editing. I'm hoping I can do a script while I'm flying. Oops, that one never got tightened. That's not ideal. Let's loosen these then. Yeah, there won't be a video this weekend, and I'm hoping I have one for next weekend because I don't like skipping 2 weeks. Like, I don't know if it's ever happened. So I'm hoping that if I have the script done, then I can record the talking portion of it Tuesday, and then I'll have the rest of the week to basically edit it. If it's not the heat, it's the humidity. Yeah. Luckily, it's only 27% in here, but where I'm going to New York for a work trip, and it's supposed to be raining and really humid. So we'll see how it goes. Man, how did I miss? It's why Dan is wearing a cap. My hair looked really rough, man. You guys call me out, man. Every time if my elbow's on stream, you're like, you need some lotion. So I was like, I can't be showing up with a peacock hair sticking up in the back. So I wasn't wearing a hat right before the stream went, and then I put the hat on. So I was like, man, they're gonna say something about my hair. We've had thunderstorms. Where are you at, Mike? The work trip is for LBX. So if you look at LBX 2025, it's the Lightburn experience. So Lightburn, it's their second one. They're putting on a trade show, and I work for Lightburn. So it wasn't like a required thing. Like, they basically said that, you know, you don't have to go if you can't make it, but they're gonna need all hands on deck. Plus, I love my coworkers, and that's the only time I've ever gotten to see them was at the first LBX 2 years ago. So well, that's not true. I went to a Murph and okay, but pretty much the only time I've seen them. So I really want to go out and just make sure that there's enough hands to help out with running the event, and then just see my coworkers. Yeah, it should be fun. All laser stuff, and then probably a little bit of CNC stuff because of Mill Mage, but primarily laser stuff. Okay, this is done. One down, 3 to go. This is definitely going to be just like a Z-Rail and top stream, which is not what I thought, but I never get the progress right of what we're going to get done on stream. So let's see, where's center? I'd say this is approximately center. So let's put one center, one on the ends. (93 Fahrenheit and 94 humidity here. It's rough. Where are you? Was it Dino or dang it? I didn't see if you responded. I want to say, let's see, when did you reply? Did you reply? Okay, Dino like the dinosaur. Got it. Yep, I got it. Dino like the dinosaur. I can do that. I always think, hey, I know that guy when I see it. Yeah, there's been quite a few comments in the Lightburn videos of like, hey, is this Modbot? I'm usually, like, I pretty much handle the comments, so I usually just end up hearting the comment or something like that. We do have other people to help out, though. Like, one of my coworkers especially has done a lot of help with videos over the last couple of years, and then we have a couple other people that occasionally help out, which is really nice, just because there's start with us. There's so many videos to be made, and now that we've got Mill Mage out and we're starting to work on CNC videos, I'm just like, I'm only one person. So it's really nice having help, and it's a team effort for sure. Trying my best not to skip a screw this time. Oh crap, I skipped a screw. Come on, man. There we go. I skipped two. What is going on? All right. There's just too many screws for me to keep track of which one I left off on. Okay, so you've been tightened. You have not been tightened. Have you been tightened? Yep. Have you been tightened? Nope. I'm an Lightburn user. Oh, sick. Run diode, laser, and a fiber. Very cool. What are you doing with your, what have you primarily done with the fiber laser? Did the music stop? It kind of sounds like it did. No, I still hear it actually. Hey, hon. Hey, Jason. I actually think I got it right this time as far as every other on these screws. Or like not missing. I can't talk. This thing is massive. How goes the build? It's going, man. We're about an hour and 10 minutes in, and we've got 2 rails fully secured, you know, onto this thing. So it's taken a while, but I mean it's going about as well as a monster printer build can go, I think. Sweaty and slow so far. Marking custom wall plates for, oh sweet, some custom things for gifts like flasks, wallets, nice. I had a buddy that came over a couple of months ago, I think, and he had these, like, they were belts, like blank belt buckles, and he did for his brother's wedding, and they turned out awesome. They're so fast, and the detail that the fiber lasers can achieve is absolutely just bonkers. I did a video on, I think it was negative images in Lightburn, and I used the fiber laser on black acrylic, and man, it did such a great job. Gosh, my nose. All right, calling that good enough. So 2 down. I can see your arms are already looking buff. That's the goal, GPs, this is the swole stream. When FYSETC said, will you build this? All I thought about was the potential gains. I said, this is gonna get me fit for winter by the time we're done with it. All right. There we go. Oh, my freaking allergies. They're fun. Messed around with engraving knives. Oh, cool. Yeah, I would love to do more with them. I mean, I've done quite a bit, but a lot of it was for the Lightburn videos. I haven't done a whole lot of practical, functional stuff. My goal one day is to cut out some CNC some parts out of aluminum for a 3D printer build, and then throw them on the galvo laser or the fiber laser, and add like a custom pattern to them like that. I really like to do that. And I do know that I saw someone that was doing like custom etchings of small extrusions for builds. And I don't know that they might have been using honestly a CO2 laser and just removing the anodizing. That's probably what they were doing, because the size of them, like, you would need a monster fiber laser to be able to accomplish that. But I'm wondering if there's a way where I can get a pattern that overlaps close enough on the fiber laser where I can do a bigger extrusion and just kind of rotate it and align up the points. I've done that, like, Lightburn has a feature, a function called print and cut, and so I've done that before where I've taken on, I think it was on a diode laser, and added some markers to it and then was able to rotate it, but I don't see how I could accomplish that exact same thing on the fiber, but it's possible. Maybe if I added some tape to some part of the extrusion, but I don't know. I'd have to really get creative about it. I did that for my parts on the black box. Oh, sick. You did it on the fiber? I would love to know how, if you did align things up, like what method you used. I checked the flights and they're awful. 20 hours. Yeah. I'm far away. Nice. If they figure out teleportation anytime soon, buddy, I will absolutely have you come out and help me with the AC. We can stream it. It'll be like, maybe we'll do like a members stream. But for the sake of like the cost of the flight and time, like it is such a bonkers distance. What did Tuxedo say? Did you watch Stefan's video where he tried to use cow during a filament filler? I haven't watched it yet. I saw the thumbnail and thought it was hilarious. And I saw him comment about it in this little like chat group I'm in, but I haven't actually watched it yet. Fertilizer filament. I'm okay with not using any of the poo LA. I normally use Illustrator for artwork and reference marks. Got it, so use reference marks. So it's similar then to print. I mean, print and cut, it's a similar thing where you basically add reference marks, but it sounds like maybe you're in your design finding something that's a point that you can use as a reference marker. I might have to try that. That'd be a lot of fun. Even to make a, see, like, that's the type of thing where I think it'd be fun to make a video on, but then it's like, not that many people have fiber lasers, and I don't know if my audience would even care. Like, I have a hard time with that. Like, oh, great. My freaking... I have to undo these. I'm gonna check the other two. I think they're fine, but I was talking, and when I put the first bolt in, this seems fine. Okay, the first two seem fine. Dang it. That's what I get. That's what I get for not paying attention. When I put the first bolt in, the rail slid a little bit, so it's not aligned perfectly at the end, and I don't want that. It needs to sit flush. Then I use layers in Lightburn to set it to the part as necessary. That's freaking sweet. If you have a photo, I'd love to see, if I haven't already maybe seen it, but like your black box build, the pattern on the extrusions, it sounds really cool. Yeah, the rail's not aligned to the end. Like it's a rail, it's aligned centered, right? Because I have all the spacers, but I did not have it pushed up tight enough to the 1, 2, 3 block, so the rail's sticking off maybe 2 millimeters, and I don't want to run into issues on something that I could fix by taking an extra minute here. So yeah, let me shove this over here. So what I'll do is I will just tighten up like 2 of them. And then double check it. Yeah, that feels much better. Okay, I'm gonna try to like power through this one. Wait, why was that one already tight? Or I think I just tightened that one. Also, I don't think I've said it once this stream, but if you have not hit the like button, please do. It definitely supports the channel. Jackson! Hey, buddy. Oh, Jackson got a haircut. You guys haven't gotten to see him yet. Are you gonna put shoes on or no? No. Come here, big guy. You wanna say hi? Yeah, come on. Hot out here, huh? Ready? 1, 2, and 3. You say hi? Say hi. Yeah, wave at the camera. Say hi. He got a haircut. Oh, you okay? This is a lot of parts, huh? A lot of parts. Monkey's out here with you. That's a clamp. Jack looking so handsome. Did you just wake up from your nap? Did you just wake up from your nap, buddy? You have a good nap? It's stuck? That's a clamp. It's holding this down to the table. It's holding it down to the table, yeah, so it doesn't move while Daddy's building it. What color is that? Red. Good job. It's your next bed. That's a good sized play place. Yeah, this is baby gel. Huh? No, that's Daddy's. Hey, that's Daddy's. You can say hello into it. Say hi. Say hello. Say hello right here. Look it right here. Look at Daddy. Look at Daddy. Say hello right here. No. No. Now, Daddy, you gotta leave that there, buddy. Daddy needs those. Those are for the wires. Wires. He's only putting the panels on to keep Jack out of the printer. Exactly. Where's Mommy? No, Mom? She's sleeping? No, I don't think so. She was typing in chat. We can fit a lot of Jacks in there. Oh, careful, bud. He wants to build. He's got the driver. You gonna install the driver? You gonna install the parts? Yeah, okay, you gotta tighten them up nice and tight, buddy. Oh. Is it nice and tight? Is it nice and tight, bud? Yeah. Does that one need to be tightened too? Yeah. Yeah, thank you for your help. He's got his father's grip. He loves screwdrivers, man. Every time like he picks one up off the ground, he goes over to his bike and like starts looking at the bolts on it. It's adorable. With Jack Jap helping the build, we'll be done in no time. Is that true, Jack? Yeah, the screen. Whoa, it's tight, huh? Daddy's got to get back to building, Bubby. I can give you a part to take inside. Yeah, okay. Can you set those down? Daddy needs those. Can you put those down? I need both of them. I need that one too. Here, you can take one of these. You got it? Hold on, Daddy. You can take this extra stealth burner cover inside. Wait, actually, no, I need that one. I lied. Sorry. Sorry, bud. You can take this little guy inside and then give it to your mom a little bit so it's not a choking hazard, okay? Okay. You say bye-bye? No, that one's Daddy's. You're gonna go watch Blippi and Mika? Huh? Can you say bye-bye, everybody? Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. I love you. We're gonna go swimming in a little while, okay? Rock, leave it there. It's dirty. Thank you for visiting. Good distraction. Now back to the nuts. That is Daddy's helper. Who are you calling nuts? Not you, John. Not you, man. Nice. Thank you for the donation. Bye-bye. Let's see. Let's do pizza time. Pizza time. We've actually had a lot of like really yummy food the last couple of days. I made chicken kebabs over the weekend on the grill, and then I made chicken fajitas 2 nights ago. So there's been a lot of bell peppers in my last couple of days here. Oh, Down Under's here? I didn't even see him. Hey, Phil. I didn't see you when you jumped in. Yeah, I love me some kebabs. Hey, Huge Dino! Thank you so much for the support, man. Thanks for becoming a member. Let's do, we'll do... I got food on my mind. We'll do air horn, and then we'll do... I wonder what's for dinner. Okay, let me tighten these up, and then we're on to the last rail. And then no more rails today once we get these on, guys. No more guys and gals. Although I call everyone guys. I had someone tell me, like, I think only one comment ever about, like, when I say peace guys at the end of my video, like, that's not inclusive. And I'm like, I call everyone guys. Like, that's been me my whole life. So when I say guys, I mean like guys, like not guys, dudes, but like guys as in like all the peoples. It's probably been probably a part of growing up in California and having a surfer dad. Everyone's dude and man, and been watching long enough, figured it was time. I appreciate it, man. I always mention, like, it's, you know, nothing's ever expected. Like, I stream because I enjoy streaming. I love hanging out with everybody, but it's, of course, it's appreciated. It definitely does help fund the random purchases I have to make for all sorts of stuff. Most people use guys. Yeah, that's how I feel too, GPs, but okay, this is flush enough on this side now. Tripods! How's it going, man? I asked you this many, many months ago, and I think you said no, but I'm gonna ask again because we're like 48 hours out. You are not going to LBX this year, right? I'm pretty sure you said that it was not happening. But since I got you here, I figured I might as well ask. All right, it's the final extrusion. Not true, but it's the final Z-rail. Let's see, this is probably center right about, somewhere here centered. Maybe here is centered. Try that. Unfortunately, usually have to watch the VODs, but still very much enjoy the content. Gotcha. Yeah, I was like, I don't recognize seeing your name a lot in chat, but no, I totally understand. Like, the time I stream is certainly not ideal for everybody, and it only started at this time originally because of COVID, and I was in between jobs for a short period of time, and so I started it. And then when I got hired at Lightburn, and I said that I streamed on Wednesdays, they said, well, we can give you Wednesdays off. So I work Saturdays. And so because of that, I've just kind of maintained this time slot because there's so many of my audience that's not in the United States. And like, yeah, I get that it's still late for them and it's early for the US. It's kind of this awkward time slot, but it just seemed like the best out of kind of the options I had. So, all right, let's get this last rail on. John said, no LBX unless it was fully sponsored. No any laser companies that would like for one-legged guy to help with their booth. Man, I'm not the vendor relations guy. Like my contacts with my contacts with laser companies are like, if I have any, completely outside of Lightburn stuff. It would be like probably Omtech from sending that big laser that I built, but I don't, unfortunately. Long story short, I don't. Sorry, John. I do not. If I did, I would absolutely share them with you. For me, it's perfect timing. Nice. I'm glad, nice, that it's perfect timing. I rearranged all my meetings to avoid Wednesday afternoon. You're a legend. Thank you, Alan, for doing that. It definitely makes me happy. I mean, like, I get excited when we see new people in chat, don't get me wrong. Like, it's super cool to be like, oh, like, hello, new person. But it's also really nice having, like, all the regulars that have been hanging out for so long. Because it just, I feel like I get to keep up to date with, like, how everyone's doing and what's going on. And I really enjoy that. Too late for me to book it. Yeah, it's a little last minute. The weather's going to be rough, too, man. I was just talking about, like, it's supposed to rain tomorrow and maybe Saturday, I think. And super high humidity, so... This is actually what we're doing right now on the garage stream, is prepping myself for the trip. That's what this is. Any stream during the workday is great for me because I can listen while I work. Yeah, I like that. I do a lot of, unless I'm editing a video, like, and really need to listen to audio and stuff, I love having like a video or stream on in the background as sort of like, kind of like background noise where I can follow along and try, like, and look in every once in a while, but like don't have to be fully engaged because it's not like something I'm following step by step. What do you think about the ProForge printers, and did you see they launched the 5 today? I did, yes. So my, hold on, let me change camera here. So my overall opinion is that I really like the machine so far. I'm really happy with a lot of the components they went with. I like that they didn't try to reinvent the wheel. There's a lot of companies that for some reason are like determined to do everything in-house. And I understand from a company's perspective, but I like that with ProForge, like, they basically just sourced different components from companies to put together this kit, right? And like, I'm sure they're doing some of the machining, either machining themselves or at a local shop or something like that. But I like the components. The instructions were, in my opinion, fairly top notch. There was only a couple of sections, like the feedback I had for them as far as like, if I'll call it complaints or criticisms, were the wiring. I felt like it needed work. It felt like an afterthought. And they basically said that's why they went with the ProForge 5, having it on the side and a better organization. I mentioned the flashing of all the boards after it's built was not ideal. And they said, yes, we're taking that into we're taking that feedback into consideration, and we're trying to figure out how to sort of navigate that differently. The cooling, I said, could be a bit better, and they did say, I don't know if it's secret or not, but they're working on an upgraded cooling, so hopefully we'll have more info on that soon. And then the bed on mine, dang it, that's the one thing I forgot to mention was the bed. The bed on mine was not very flat. I'm probably gonna end up shimming it, and in the future I might end up looking into like Send Cut Send or something like that to get, I don't know if they'll even do it, but like some place they can basically machine a slightly thicker and flatter build plate. With the eddy probe on there, it hasn't been an issue as far as like correcting the mesh, but I still like, my preference is to have a flatter bed. All those things aside, there's a lot of good, and I think that the fact that it's open source, uses components that are easily sourceable, makes it something that is fairly future-proof, which I'm a big fan of. So I haven't used tool changers, right, outside of this, but like out of all the ones that are out there, there's a lot that this has to me that makes it stand out above other ones. Like, to me, if you already have a 2.4, something like a stealth changer or tap changer makes a lot of sense. If you don't, then I don't know that it makes a lot of sense. The Prusa, if you want just sort of like the Prusa experience, then you've got the Prusa XL, which is also pretty pricey, I think, for what it is, but but I do think that the ProForge machines are really solid, and so far my experience with it's been great. I wish there was a 4th tool head, I think, on the ProForge 300. I know the 5 has 5 tool heads, but yes, largely my feedback is leaning a lot more on good than criticisms. So that was a long answer, but I don't do short answers. Wayne with the 29 months, woo, made the live show. Thank you so much, man, for all the support. And Kali with the 16 months. Thank you, man. We'll do Hadouken. Thank you for the support. Installed the Pi 5 on Calico last week, then able to use all the bleeding edge goodness. Nice. That's awesome. I was thinking about a different printer, actually. So I was playing around with the Enderwire, this using a CB1, and I'm debating on potentially upgrading that from the CB1 at some point to maybe like a CB2. Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully that helps Eric a little bit. I'm just disappointed on the XL's enclosure. Yeah, the XL enclosure is unique. Let's just leave it at that. It's a unique enclosure. I don't think the XL seems like a bad machine. Like, sure, if I had one, I would enjoy using it. But if I were looking at options on tool changers, it would be a consideration. I don't know that it's the one I'd go with. It might be. It depends on like what the specific parameters or requirements were for what I wanted to do. But yeah, I've been really liking the ProForge. Alan with the 26 months. What the hell? What the hell? What? Okay, let's tighten up these and let's get these things on, guys. I wanted to go into. What is the build volume on the ProForge 5? I don't actually know. I couldn't get the bleeding edge working without TTC on CB2. TTC on CB2. What is TTC? Why do I not know what that acronym? Oh no, oh, I missed a screw. Why do I always miss a screw? Because I'm talking and there's a lot of screws. Don't waste your money on a CB2, just get a CM4. No, I don't know if you remember though, I tried using a CM4. I have a couple of them and it wasn't working with the board for some reason. We could not get it to show up on the network after I flashed it. So I could try it again. I don't know if there's something faulty with the board, but we played around. If you were to go back to that stream, we tried using a CM4. That was the initial goal. Yeah, I ran into issues. I don't know what, why, or how, but we ran into issues. I literally have 2 CM4s I haven't been able to use yet because the one time I tried using one, it just didn't work for whatever reasoning. Okay, now let's tighten these up. Just use a Raspberry Pi. Well, the issue is that I don't have space. It's an Ender wire, nice, and like the way that the Ender wire is laid out, there's not. I can look again. I don't think I had space for a full Pi. I'm almost positive that with the Ender wire build from Cyborg, there wasn't space. If there is, then I definitely could do that as well. But I'm pretty sure. I won't say definitively, but I'm pretty sure there wasn't space, and that's why I opted to go with what I went with. The level of ongoing displeasures from buyers coming into BigTreeTech's chat for help is disheartening. What specific stuff, man? I haven't really had much issue with BigTreeTech stuff. Like the first gen CM1 early on that had Wi-Fi issues, like yes, I get it. But other than that, like I've had a really positive experience with most BigTreeTech products. Oh, help with the CB2. Got it. Timer too close. Got it. I've only had that issue on the 2.4, and that's actually with a genuine Raspberry Pi, but I'm pretty sure it's a Pi 3B. The CB2 worked great until I pushed it to the bleeding edge. Got it. Cyber Underwear docs have you using a Pi. Interesting. Okay. So then maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am incorrect then. Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't realize that, Hobo. Okay, so this is the part where I want to make sure we don't screw things up, because I really, really, really don't want to I don't want to have to do things twice. Also, holy crap. Okay, in 26 minutes we'll open the giveaway, everybody. 1 second here. Here we go. Okay, so this is done. This is where I'm a little... First install the M5 T-Nut on... First install M5 T-Nuts. So it wants me to put T-Nuts... How is that going to work? If I install T-Nuts... Am I thinking... So, let me just show like... Okay, let me show this picture. So... We need to install these extrusions with these rails onto these corner extrusions. But if I were to install T-Nuts into here already, I don't think I'd be able to slide the rail down. Like I don't have enough height to get the rail. At least wait, maybe I do.
Fund.
Oh, I do. I lied. I do have enough height. Okay, not by a lot, but I do. Okay, so let's install these in. So we need M518 socket heads and M518 T-Nuts. Andrew, thank you so much for the donation for the what? No, yeah, get out of here. No benchy yet. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Welcome to the hotness. We've officially climbed a little bit, not a lot. We've climbed. We're up to where are we at? There we go. Comfortable 89. Okay, so I guess what we'll do then is we'll prep the M5 nuts. Raspberry Pi is always my goal. No, I don't buy Orange Pi. Yeah, I Raspberry Pi is typically my go-to as well, but I will say like I have had a reasonably decent experience using like the CB1. After they fixed the issue with the early gen ones that I had tested out on the channel that had like Wi-Fi issues, and then I've also used what's the board called? I can't think of it right now. It's like was it a fly board? There's a board I use that had the clipper host built in, and it had a couple of nuances early on, and it's worked fine for me since. I think it's in one of my, is it the Genmitsu is the name of the board? It's in one of my V0s, and it's worked pretty well for me. Clean this up. When Esoterical built his beta unit, he did it on the floor from this point because it got unwieldy. Got it. I really don't want to build it on the floor. I have a step stool, so we might have to change. Also, I don't love the crotch shot we got going on here with me standing up. Let me change that. Hello, everyone. So I do have stools. I do want to use this quartz piece because in a second here, we're going to flip this over and put the top on. I just want to clamp it and tighten the top corners up against the quartz. And then once that's done and the cross bracing is done, I think that I will get rid of the quartz and have this thing just on the wood workbench. The wood workbench is really not flat, so I just want to make sure that our frame is flat, and then I don't really care. So yeah. So what are we doing? M5 T-Nuts. M5 T-Nuts and M5 by 18s. Yes. Okay. Okay, we can go back to the shot. So this should be quicker. There's only 4 per rail, so 16 in total versus the 80 we just did. Have a good one, everybody. Time to hit the road. Hey, thank you, John, for stopping by before you headed out for the day. Hopefully, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm lying. There's more. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 per, so 6, 24. Thank you for hanging out before you headed out, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's like all of these pretty much. I'll just dump most of them. Okay. '89. The so-called kid in me starts sweating. Yeah, believe me, man. We've been here for a while, but I've been in in the house mostly with the AC set to like 70. So this is kicking my butt a little bit. Okay, T-nuts. Hey man, not all of us are used to your level of heat, okay? How do you do in the cold down under? That's what I want to know. I know you got the heat mastered, but how do you do in the cold? Come on. There we go. Even the UK got to 90. Dang. Okay, one down. My attic was 107 Fahrenheit. Woo! I'm sure it's like that in our attic right now. I remember summer, like one summer in California where we had some rats that had gotten into our attic from a tree we had. We had a big magnolia tree in front of our house, and the rats would climb up the tree, jump onto our roof, and make their way in. And I remember my dad had to go up there to like set traps and, manage the traps and clean the traps. And I have never seen someone so exhausted and like just drenched in my life. I mean, the attic is just not a fun place. You can always put clothes on when you're cold. When it's hot, people start asking. That's what I said about like moving here versus moving somewhere hot. Is like, yeah, it gets cold here, sure, but I've got beanies and flannels and windbreakers. And when it's hot, like if you don't have AC, what are you gonna do? You can have some like trunks on or some, something like that. But after that, like that's about as far as we can go. Yeah, I really feel for AC tax and stuff like that. How is it nice? Are you climbing in attics a lot for what you're doing? I don't know if like you're doing full install of like the like a central AC system or what exactly it entails, but I would imagine that if you are, you're probably we reached 98. Oh gosh. Okay, 2 down, 2 to go. It's going much quicker. It's been triple digits in Georgia. Oh gosh, our AC hasn't been able to keep up, but it's still nicer than Phoenix. Yeah, Aaron the other day turned off the air downstairs because I was in the backyard garden and Jackson was yelling like through the window, "Hey dad, hey dad." So she opened it so he could say hi to me and decided to turn the air off. And then she told me like, I don't know, maybe an hour or 2 later, and I forgot. And all of a sudden I'm like, man, I'm freaking hot. And I look at the AC, and so I'm like, oh no, like it's climbed, it's climbed up, which I'm not going to say what it climbed up to because it's still a lot colder than probably a lot of people have, but hotter than I like to keep the house at. And so I turned it back on, and when I checked like 3 hours later, it had only gone down one degree Fahrenheit. because it was trying to keep upstairs and downstairs cool, and it just was battling the, battling the outside temp. So I told her, like, never again. Like, during summertime, just leave it on so it can maintain versus turning it off and trying to have it, reach those temps again. It's okay, babe. It's okay. We learned a lesson. We learned a lesson. That's all we can ask for. I used to handle the heat way better before I got sick. Now summer is very rough. I have to say, inside most of the time. Plus, yeah, I'm on a lot of meds that make me avoid direct sunlight. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Thankful we have AC units. I installed a few things in the attic several years ago. Recessed lighting, TV antenna, running Ethernet wiring. Never a fun experience. Yeah, it's a big part of probably why I haven't installed HDMI in the ceiling upstairs is I just don't want to go up there. I will eventually, maybe, I think, but I don't have any real desire to climb around up there. I got door and window sensor thermostat, so it shuts itself off and comes. Door and window sensors for my thermostat, so it shuts itself off and comes back on. How does that work? Door and window sensors. You mean for, like, it opens and closes the windows, or if the outside temperature is a certain temp? Like, how, I'm trying to understand how that works, the sensors. Okay, this should be the last screws we need for this. 15 more minutes and we'll open up our giveaway link. Only had air conditioning at work, at least on nights this week, so it's cooler. Oh man. What, if you don't mind me asking, what kind of work? I feel like most jobs have, I mean, not all, I guess. One of my neighbors across the street, he works at an auto body shop, and I'm pretty sure he said it's just fans. Like, I know he does a lot of stuff in the paint booth and there's not AC running in there, but it sounds brutal. I don't miss the temperature extremes of my youth, camping in -40. Wow. Working in bakeries, pizzas with 110. Tends to pamper you. Anything over 76 is blistering hot. Anything that is a very small window. How are you doing in Georgia then with those temps you've been having? Are you pretty much just staying inside then? I would probably imagine so. It detects if a door is open. If it is, it shuts off the... Oh. Got it. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, I thought somehow... I don't know, like it was... I don't know what I was thinking how it worked. I had no idea, actually. Oops. Large web offset press. I don't even know what that is. Large web... So is it a machine shop then? Like machine type shop? And those when doors and windows are open, so it shuts off the AC when doors left open, and then the AC comes back on. Got it. Okay, that's kind of neat. That's actually really neat, because that would have solved our issue of I mean, it's only happened once. We'll see if it happens again, but that would have prevented the issue the other day. Mostly chiller, big production, but also huge rooftops. So 10 days on a roof. Oh gosh. Yeah, so you are getting hit with some of that aggressive heat. All right, y'all, the time has come to install these, and I am concerned about installing these incorrectly. Mostly staying in until yesterday. It was weirdly dry with humidity somewhere. Oh, that's not too bad, which is, yeah, that sounds, I mean, it's right now in my garage, 28% humidity. So, I mean, definitely higher, but not terrible. A web press is more like what newspapers, oh, cool. I'm not familiar. I'm gonna do a quick, hold on. Let's see. Web press. Oh yeah, so it's a big, wow, that's cool. What is the printing technology being used to print on them? I'm sure it differs from press to press, but like, what is it? Is it? I guess it looks, I mean, I imagine it's all sorts of different things, right? Like some of these, like these look like really high quality posters, but I imagine that there's all like, here's a newspaper version. So I guess it just depends. 6-color printing press. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's really neat. We got bombed with a storm yesterday night before I went out to water dump. Oh my gosh. Jeez. Okay, so really quickly, I just want to read this so that way everyone sees it again. This was shared with me. I am so bad with names and I just keep forgetting and I apologize, but this was shared with me by LTX Designs. Print these for the AV motors and add some. It will be benefit. Okay, I'll take a look at the part you just sent. So they stated that both them and Nero made the mistake installing the pre-drilled countersink extrusions. The picture in the assembly makes it look like they are on the outside of the corner rail, but further down the manual you see they are on the inside of the rail. And so I don't exactly know what that means. It's probably not complicated. So like looking at this photo, I can't tell at all like which direction. Okay, so I mean, it looks like for sure the rail that's got, like the side of the rail that's butted up to the end of the extrusion is going downward, so I can see that at least on all of them. But this is what I'm a little uncertain about. Like, so it's showing on, okay, so it's saying that this guy and this guy, I think, are following this, which is with the, I wish the freaking screw installation direction. I just don't understand really what I'm looking at here. So like, let me see if I have the machine facing the same direction, which I basically, so this is the way I'm standing. This is the front of the machine. So back right has it where the picture is really confusing to me. Or maybe it's saying the direction that the rail is. So like the rail is facing, this looks like the rail is facing forwards, right? Like this rail is facing towards that and this rail is facing towards that. Is that what I'm seeing? So I think that this goes like, no, so this is wrong. So this one I think goes on the left side. This one, I think, is going on the left side. This one is, okay, this looks like it's the right side to me. So I think what's happening is this guy is sliding in. I don't know if you guys can even see me when I'm doing this. Let's see. Let's see. Can you guys, oops, can you guys see this right here? Let me change this camera, hold on. Okay, so what I believe is happening, we know for certain, oops, I didn't change the camera angle. Oh, side cam, there we go. So I believe that this rail is facing towards that direction. That's what it looks like. We know that the side of the rail that's butted up against this extrusion is going downward. And I think we are just sliding these in here. Now, will these slide in? That is the next great question. Do I need to loosen them more? Sure seems like it. Sure seems like it. I'll take a look at it in just a second, Cully. I definitely do want to check it out. This is an awkward angle too, because I can't actually see how the nut is aligned. Come on, dude. Okay, that sucks. All right, let's try a different one. Let's try a different one. Let's try this side where I can actually see it and it's supported. Let's go like this. Okay, so I think that the rails are facing forward and backward. So this one is wrong. This one should be right. Okay, now I'm confused again. Okay, we lost 2 nuts already on this one. What I should probably do in a second here is download the CAD for this. I think that that would be very helpful. If anybody knows too from watching Taylor's stream whether the rails are going front to back, I will take this is not the right nut. I will take feedback. Okay. So it seems to me that this is going like this. And it still sucks to try to get these in. I might need a stool to be able to see like what's going on. Based on the CAD, it looks like it's similar to the V2 front to back. Okay, cool. That makes me feel better. All right, I'm gonna get a stool really quick. Okay. Keep grabbing the wrong one. Even seeing it, it's not super easy to get these in. It looks like it needs to be looser, perhaps. The issue, though, is like, I need it to not fall off like that. Another one, we just lost another one. Oh, where did the bolt go? There it is. Just sent you a piece of, just sent you pics of mine, okay. Hey, gosh, I can't speak. AD3P. It seems like you really just want these in like a single turn or 2 turns. Yeah, I don't think this is going in like that unless I loosen this a little bit. It's still like... Oh, baby. Oh! Why are we not? Oh. Yes. Yes. Okay. We did it. Just sent you pics. All right, let me see. Let me see pictures, and then we'll look at collies, and then I'll open up the giveaway. Oh, that fan feels so nice. Okay, so yeah. Rails are facing front and back. So what I'm doing seems correct. Front and back, bolts are coming in from this side, bolts are coming in from this side. So that seems good. And then let me really quickly check on ollies. Oh man. Dude. This is incredible. This beanbag is incredible. I need this. I need this. Wait, where did you put it? In chat? General chat? And that thing looks like it's moving crazy fast. Is it newspaper? It looks, from what I can see, like it looks like it's black and white. But you said no. You said it was 6 color. Never mind. You said it was 6 color. Dang, that is. Pay close attention to the measurements on the bottom braces. Yeah, that is some serious machinery. God. Yeah, I see color. I mean, I see red, blue. So freaking cool. I would love to like tour a facility like this. No way. Is it just little business cards? It's like little flyers it all became. That's so cool. Pay close attention to the measurements on the bottom braces. They are different spacing. You mean when I get to the next step, right? Not for this, but the next section. These ones, it looks like it's just basically we're bottoming them out on the bottom. And because they have wiggle, I am going to just press them into the extrusion and hope that's how it's supposed to be tightened. The bottom braces determine your front and back of the printer. Got it. That's super cool. Thanks for sharing that. 4 color, mostly booklets, brochures. It's crazy looking from like how it looked like it started throughout the process and then the very end. Okay, I'm gonna get the giveaway open and also change the music in a second here. Then we'll get these installed, the other 3. Then we'll get the top on. Do you have a giveaway? Yep, nope, we do. We do. Today's stream started later, so I just wanted to run it about the same time we normally do. Okay, let me do this. Modbot giveaway form. Boop. And boop. Okay, giveaways pinned in chat. I found out the hard way and had to remove the gantry. Got it. Okay. So the braces on the bottom determine which is the front and the back. Okay, I will keep that. I will keep that in mind. Let me change the music here. Get a little crazy. Also, thank you to all 107 of you for hanging out today. If you haven't hit the like button, we got 78, which is pretty awesome. Let's see, can we hit 100? That is my target for today. Okay, so now let's do this side. Do this side since the camera's already like kind of set up for it. Here. Oops, I didn't mean to kick you guys. Look at that, we got some nice shovels and brooms on the other side here. So it seems to me that like getting the first one is the hard part, and then after that, the rest of them slide in much, much easier. Oops, let me change this back to here. There we go. Climb it up. Oh, it's so close. It is so close. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. I might need to loosen it just a turn. Yeah, let's loosen it. Where's the... Daniel's sweating. Yeah. This is the most like physical out of any build I think I've had to do. I'm standing on... Hi! I'm okay. I'll wait till after the stream to have some food. Thank you, though. 4. Yeah, I started late, an hour late. Okay. I love you. Aaron opened the door and laughed at me because I'm standing on a stool. All right. Come on, baby. You're like right there. Why you gotta be like that? There we go. There we go. I might need a little. There we go. There we go. Yeah, the first one getting in a line is just a little awkward because the rail is so bulky. But once you get that first one in, the rest of them are pretty easy. Did Erin have a good birthday? Yeah, I think she did. Her parents surprised her last Wednesday after swim and had called. I knew it was happening. Oops. But they had called the local restaurant and ordered carryout. So on the way back from swim, we went by and got some food, and then my parents on Friday came over and watched Jackson for us, and we went out for dinner, just me and her, which was really nice because we don't really ever we don't really ever get to do just a date, me and her, so that was really nice. And that was pretty much it. Pretty low key little dinner. All right, 2 down, 2 to go. Look at that, we got rails, everybody. I leave for a minute, mom bot becomes 2 feet. Yeah, man, we got stools, baby. Let's try this one again over here. The stool is absolutely helping me just sort of check. Let's see. I hit a late growth spurt. Okay, let me turn you guys around. We put him on the rack. Let's see. So this one needs to go. Yep, this is the right one. This one's a little awkward. You guys are gonna probably get a butt shot. Let's see. Depends on how high up I am. Oh, geez. Oh, it would help if the stool was facing the right direction. Okay. Well, oh yeah, it's gonna be a butt shot. Oh man. All right. Well, what are you gonna do? That didn't work. I'm on butt. Hey man, sometimes you just gotta have it out there. I said after the stream. Okay. Thank you. My butt's on stream. And just place it over there somewhere. Or you can, you're not on camera. Thank you. Hasio? Okay. Aaron says thank you for asking about her birthday, Hasio. Alright. No more butt shots. Sorry everyone. It was a short run. Okay, let's get this guy tightened up. Alan, thank you for the donation, man. Cheers. Now we all know why she married you. Hey, man, it was for my sense of humor. All right, my handiness and my sense of humor. That's what she tells me. Wednesday is glutes day. I had a buddy, one of my best friends, that's been working out, or was working out a lot, and he said that his goal was to like give people butt envy, and he was like doing a bunch of glute workouts. I think there was some element of joking to it, but I think there was some seriousness to it. All right, that one's done. Final corner, y'all. Erin did bring out PB&J for me, so let me inhale just half really quick. I told her after the stream, but she said she didn't want me hangry, which she knows me best. I don't do well when I'm hot or hungry, and I'm hot and getting hungry. I'll change this like this. Boop. I don't know what the 3D and T stream is. It didn't include the tech shake it. Oh my gosh. No! As soon as we're done with this rail, we will get the top and then flip the machine over, or flip the frame over, and we'll see how much further we get. Wiggle Wednesday, I like that. Okay, let me put the PB&J on the fiber laser. All right, let's do it. Wait. Oh, the rails. It's like there's already a rail there. Here, let me move you guys a little bit. It's not such a aggressive angle. There we go. And let me change it to side cam. Actually, I think, can I change it from here? Let me see. Oh, I can. That's so freaking cool. Okay. So we need you. Oh, I'll put you guys right here. Oh, this thing is huge, nice. Like, reading the specs, I get it. Like, it gives you the measurements, so there's no surprises. But seeing is believing with this thing. Like, it is redonkulous. This thing is huge. It is a big printer. I don't know, like, if anyone comes up with cool ideas for big things I should print, I bonus points if it's functional. Because I know there's lots of like cool stuff I could print that's not functional, but if there's some functional big stuff that like kind of makes sense to print, I would love to hear it. I don't need to know right now. It's gonna be a while before we're actually printing, but you got some time to think on it. Okay, that was easy. That last one. Let me slap the button.
That was easy.
Okay. Let me change camera, I think, for a sec here too. Giveaway link is open. Anyone that didn't see it or somehow missed it. It is open, our filament giveaway. So if you want a chance to win, the form is in chat. Fully functional R2-D2 droid. This would be probably a really solid printer for an R2-D2 build. I would very likely want to donate the R2-D2 after, though. Don't think I would keep it. I don't think I'd have space. Print a bore on V0. Great. Great. I love it. Amazing. All right. That is in. All of our rails are in. Wonder if I should put the top on before I flip it, like loosely. That might not. No, it's probably okay. I'm going to do a few things here. I'm going to start by getting rid of this bad T-nut. I don't know what its problem is, but it is no good. Turn you guys like this. 5 foot long Millennium Falcon. Oh my gosh. Fully functional. I struggle with my 330 by 330. Yeah. No, this is big. Print a Death Racer. Print another kid. A trash. Gosh. I said to think about it for a while, guys. I said to think about it. Okay, so clamps need to come off. We will need them again. Whew, this thing dropped. Place the clamps here. Let me get the top frame. Oh. Here's the top frame. I'm trying to think about how in the heck I'm going to do this. I wonder if I should. Okay, the options I can think of is flip this thing over and then sort of lift up one half of it, slide this thing underneath it, then go to the other side, lift up the other half and try to slide it the rest of the way. Or I don't know what the best call is here. You can print a chair. Yeah, I mean, furniture is not an unrealistic use. You can print a playhouse. Okay, I don't know what I want. Okay, so the top doesn't have those slots. So we will need to flip it over again once this is done because like this is the bottom. It's got the slots for the cross bracing. I just don't know how I want to do this. Okay. Using my chin. Okay, keep sliding. True to size. Oh my, yeah, this is. It'd help to have like a small team to build this. Okay, so I think here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to let this just lean. I don't want it to fall off. Hold on. Hold on. Dear God, like even the frame itself is gonna be brutal to move in just a moment. Okay, so now I need to flip this thing. Hitting the lights or the garage. Okay. Okay. Woo! We're getting there. Beware wants the two summits together. You're getting close to a 2-man lift. Yeah, I'm gonna try to like, when I have to flip it again in a second here, my goal is to not lift it. I'm gonna try to just like tumble it and slide, because yeah, I agree. It's already getting heavy. Woo, woo. Oh man, I don't want to scratch it up. I'm wondering if this was the right call, everyone, or if I should have just left it how it was. Really don't want to scratch it up. The linear rails have the stops in them. Nice. I didn't take those out. Okay, that side mostly fell into place. Okay, I think this is a 3mm driver. Okay, that is too far out. Okay. Okay, that side's in. Man, this is wild. Ugh. Why is this one not going in? It needs to go out further still. How is this not going in? I don't understand. Is it because it's at a slight angle and that's why? It feels like the length is right. Ah, da, 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 da. I don't understand why we're not going in. Okay, let me check the other sides for right now. Whew. Okay, this side's all the way in. This side's, okay, everything's in. It's literally just this corner. And I think that with enough adjusting, I should be able to get it to go perfectly in. It's probably binding on one of the sides. Ugh. Okay. Let me see if I get my phone light. It's hard to see like where the bolt is in relation to the hole it's trying to go into. That looks pretty freaking close to where it needs to be. Let me adjust the other sides really quick here and see. It feels really smooth. This side. All the sides feel really smooth. It's just that one side. I'm gonna rotate it. I'm gonna try to rotate it because it's, let's see. Okay, it went in. Okay, so I'm basically gonna just clamp, do a corner, rotate, clamp, do a corner, rotate, clamp, do a corner, and then we're done with the big frame. So that's the plan. Is that the side where the frame twisted? I don't know. It's entirely possible. I mean, because of the fact that part of the printer is not on the quartz, it probably in itself was a little bit bent right now because of that. And so that's why I wanted to put it on the quartz to see like if I have the support for that corner, will it help? And it seems like it did, so. Okay. That was the sketchiest part of the build so far. And it's entirely possible I could have just installed it without flipping it, but because it's the frame and I don't want it to not be square, I'd rather have it up against the quartz. Like I feel like it was worth it. Oh, that's right. This is the driver that was spinning on me. I forgot to order a new one. Lovely. Damn, this thing is huge. Earthquake chamber. Yeah, maybe. What's up, Zero G? It's a biggins. It is a very large. It's very large. Okay. There's a corner. Don't forget to order a new driver. Oh, thanks. Thank you. Yeah, I need to get a 3mm driver. Okay, so let's remove the clamps. Let's rotate it. Which is not the funnest thing. Woo! Okay. Okay. All right. They should add that to the product page, like as a perk of building this is get fit, like work out, like guaranteed, like a certain number of calories that you'll burn. Do you hate exercise but love 3D printing? Build one of these. I tried that, Dutch, last week, and it seems like it's stuck. And so I didn't want to mess with it anymore because my concern was like it's kind of working right now, and I didn't want to strip it or something like that. But yeah, it seems like it's completely tight. The little set screw on the driver. So I don't know. Also, I think it was Kenneth that just showed up. Hey, Kenneth. Giveaway links open for anyone just popping in if you want to enter. We're going to do that shortly. Howdy ho. Okay. Okay, I'm calling that good enough. Two more, baby. Hey, Bolt. Don't forget to bring a towel. Yeah, swimming is sounding really nice right about now. If Jack doesn't want to go swimming today, I'm gonna say, this is for me, bud. Daddy's gotta swim. Okay. Right. How do you like the weather right now in Idaho? It is rough. Dad bod moving company. Amen. It is warm right now, man. Normally I love the weather. The summers can get pretty hot though. Like, I mean, it is now, we've climbed in temp, so this is the temp it is right now. So 91. It's hot. I'm hot, and moving heavy things is not making it much better. Yeah, it's that's why Erin wanted to bring me something to eat. She's like, I don't want you to pass out. I'm like, I don't think I will. Did I do this one already? No, right? This feels tight. I don't understand that. That doesn't... Maybe this one was just not as loose. Let's see. Okay, now this one wasn't tight. This one for sure wasn't on the bottom. Okay, let me check these last two. When was the last water break? Probably when I had that sandwich. I'll have a swig right now. All right, do a quick little water break. Another reminder, giveaway link is open in chat. I'm gonna close it after we do this last extrusion. So I'd say it's probably about another probably 5 minutes here. Okay, we can do this. We're 85 right now. I'm 1.5 hours. Oh, okay, 89. Yeah, I mean, it's warmer in this garage than it is outside right now. Your temp sounds. Let me see. Your temp sounds pretty close to probably what it is here in Nampa. Yeah, your temp is spot on to. Oops, you can't see that, but it's 89 here too. So it's the lights, the cameras, all the things is why it's a few degrees hotter in here than outside. Okay, let's spin this one last time. Put your gut into it. Try to keep my back straight. Okay. 59 Fahrenheit in the UK. That sounds lovely. Yeah, the lights, the LED panels do generate a ton of heat. And even I've got lights above, so I've got LEDs above my head and LEDs like kind of all, we're just surrounded by all the lights. So yeah, it's not doing us any favors. I know I have back issues. I've got back issues too, man. It's the concern of mine is like from my car crashes when I was younger. We've had to we've had to cancel 1 or 2 streams from my back blocking up on me. So this is like, that's what I'm saying. When I have to flip this back over right now, I'm gonna try my best to like flip it on the table versus just lift it, because I think like if I center the weight, I can probably be okay. But if the weight starts to go one direction, that's all it takes for my back to tweak. So I'm gonna definitely do my best to not have that happen, because it sounds awful. It's 95 here with a heat index. Oh gosh. The only reason it has gotten to 87 here is because, oh, down to 87 is because it's pouring rain. Gotcha. Gatorade. I think Aaron has some mini Gatorades. I'll grab one right after the stream. We've probably got like another 30 minutes. Then I've got to take a 30-40 minute break before I get Jack ready and go swimming. I think it was worth it to flip this thing over and build it on the quartz. I feel a lot better. I think after this, I will probably be removing the quartz. The nice thing about the quartz keeping it elevated though is I have a bunch of stuff underneath the frame that I'm gonna have to move. So. Okay. Okie dokie. All right. So 60-second warning if you want to click on the giveaway link in chat and fill it out, and then I'll remove it and do what we normally do, which is give anyone actively filling out another 60 seconds here. I need to get my phone's about to die. Hey, thank you so much for hanging out, Nice. I appreciate it, man. Hey, Cake. I found when I started getting lower back pain is to actually train it and get it stronger. That's what my dad's been telling me that for years, is to like work out my back to help build muscle mass around it. I like the feeling of working out, and we bought workout equipment to work out more. Yeah, I find every excuse to do anything but work out. Like, oh, I don't have time, but it's like, but you had time to scroll, you know, like it doesn't make sense. So I'm really hoping to get a little bit more disciplined with myself and do that, because we have a treadmill, we have a bike, like in the like a elliptical, we got some free weights, and then I've got like a like one of those machines that you adjust the weight with a pin, and it has all sorts of different things you can do with it for different muscle parts. You have 70 peeps watching who have moms. Thank you. All right, I'm removing the link for the giveaway and giving everybody, oh, that's right here, isn't it? Remove and unpin. There we go. So if you haven't filled it out, or I mean, if you're actively filling out 60 seconds, then I'm pulling it, or then we're doing the giveaway. Oh, we are so close to 100 likes. 5 more, that's all we need. I have arthritis in my right shoulder. Ugh. I used to have back pain all the time until I used, I don't know what that is. BPC15. I'm not sure what that is. We did it! Thank you, everybody. You are awesome. All right, let's do this giveaway. We have got, nice, 103 entries. Come on. Almost there. Okay, we have got, I think I said 100, what did I, how many did I say, 103? Yeah, perfect, I got everybody. Nobody gets left behind. There we go. All right, 103 people, awesome. 32 spins. 32 spins for 32 weeks. 32. It's probably because we're 32 weeks along. I'll do 32. I'll do 32. Erin, I don't think she's ever gotten to pick a number for the spin. So, all right, everybody. For anyone that hasn't been in one of these giveaways, Polymaker is who is allowing us to have these weekly giveaways. If you're in the US, I think it's US or Canada, you'll get a gift card. Everywhere else, you get to pick from a spool of filament that I think is under $35 on your local website, I believe. I might be saying that wrong, but it's very close to that. The winner will receive an email from me in the next 24 hours, hopefully this evening, because after this evening, I will be away for work for a bit. And that email will contain a giveaway form and a unique code that you'll need to basically claim your prize or your reward. So thank you to Polymaker for letting us do these giveaways. And if you are looking to pick up some awesome filament, there's tons of options, and support the channel. There is a link in the description, and it doesn't cost you anything, but a percentage of the purchases do go back to help the channel. So it is always appreciated. On that note, we are going to do, Wifey has chosen 32 spins, so we are doing 32 spins. I'll do my best here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1 and 2. All right, everybody. Good luck to you all in 3, 2, boop. Richard! It almost got you down under. I was about to say rigged. Richard! I don't know if it's Sharps? Richard, you are our winner. Congratulations. Let's do some sound effects. Congratulations. Thank you for entering in. And I will get you that email later this evening. What else? Yes, thank you for everyone else for entering in. Although I am going to be gone, I will be back on Monday. And so the game plan is we will stream next Wednesday like we normally do. So hopefully there's no changes there unless something comes up. But as of right now, we will be doing the same thing next week at the same time. I don't know if Richard's in chat, but congratulations. You will get an email from me. And yeah, we'll go for a little bit longer here. I think I said 20 more minutes. We probably won't be able to get that much further. Let's do a quick little look-see here. We did that. Okay, so now it's these three guys. So I would like to get this onto, I would like to get rid of the quartz, I think. Or should I do the cross bracing and then get rid of the quartz, since that is part of the frame and that could introduce wobble? It's just the bed though, and it does, I think we're gonna, okay, so let me move as much as I can. Try to get at least this thing dropped onto the table, so that way. And I'm hoping I don't need to flip this thing over anymore. I'm pretty sure it uses like a backpack or a side pack for all electronics. So hopefully this will be the last time this behemoth of a printer needs to get shifted like this. So let's move you. Drivers can go back over here. This goes over here. Box cutter. Let's move all this over here. You can go in there as well. You can go in here as well. Bolts. Printed parts can all go over here. Dirty napkin on the ground. Not crush our calipers, because they will certainly not read correctly if this machine drops on them. Okay, so all the extrusions need to go on this other end here. Do the middle brace, then you can lose the quartz. You think I should? I get what you're saying, because the middle brace, well, they all touch the base. Oh wow, this piece got crushed. Do we think we should do those braces like with the quartz? If so, we can do that. I can leave the quartz, I guess, for. Ooh. I can leave the quartz for the last bit, and then pull it. Ah, my poor keyboard. Mount a pulley. Mount a pulley? I would love to have a pulley above this thing. Oh, we lost a little bit of our cable covers. That's okay. Okay, let me move you all to right here for a second. There we go. Okay. So I'm gonna try to not really like lift this and just sort of shimmy it. Okay. Okay. One more time, right? Yeah. One more time. Okay. Okay, so we want to bolt this down, I guess, then, or at least clamp this down. So we'll do those. We'll do the cross spaces, and then I'll remove the quartz. Oops, why did that happen? Okay. Next week's stream will be installing a gantry crane. That'd make for a great video. Thanks, hon. Yeah, that was probably, I should have done that the first time. Well, it was a little bit trickier the first time. I kind of had to lift a little bit. So how are we installing these? Okay, so these are all getting installed with just corner brackets. First, put the M5 T-nut in the profile. First, put the M5 T-nut into the profile. Use M5 angle brackets. Got it. I'm just curious to see how well one of these slots into there. Oops. Let's not scratch things up. Ah! Why are we not dropping in? Well, one side's dropping in, the other is not. So I wonder if I need to... Oh, I really don't want to have to adjust the frame, man. Oh, we got it, I think. No, we're close though. Oh man. There's a tight fit so both sides have to go down at the same time. Yeah. It's like, oh one. Yeah, God, it's such a close fit. Let's face it, that's what Steve would have done. Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. God, it's so close. Let me try the other side for fun here. We're gonna call it in a sec. I'm not gonna actually bolt these in yet. I just want to see, like, I just want to see if I can get these in. Okay, that one went in way easier. I wonder if it could be also similar to how I had a hard time getting the corner pieces on. Like that corner piece that, like, these are all off the quartz. That one's on the quartz, that one's off the quartz. So it's slightly, like, although the clamps are holding it up, like, it is slightly probably slightly bent, or, you know, at an angle because of the fact that I don't have a quartz piece big enough for this entire thing. So I wonder if that's what's also potentially causing this to happen. See if the center one goes in. The center one also is on and off. That one went in as well. Interesting. So it's just this corner piece that is tight. It could be my frame, or it could be the way this extrusion was cut, for all I know. Although I think I just used that same extrusion on the other side and that wasn't the case, so probably not the case. Yeah, this one's so close. Yeah, that's probably what it is that it's skewed a bit under its own weight. I agree with that. It is so tough to get this last one. Wonder if I change the angle on it. I also don't know. Yeah, that's fine. Try moving one of the clamps. Wonder if I move both the clamps and just let this thing tilt. I'm just curious to see if that makes it any better. And then clamp it. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna try it really quickly, just flipping it the other direction. Just so I can see. It is so, it's like, I mean, it's like a millimeter. I mean, worst case scenario, I could potentially just sand. I think that if I just remove the anodized coating on the end, like, maybe it would be enough. You think loosen the corner screws? I don't know. I don't know if I'd be able to, because the way this is, I would have to lift a corner piece off, because the thing that attaches like this piece to this piece on the corners is tucked inside of here. It's not the ones at the end. This might be something I deal with when I get back. It's a bummer. The other two go in without much of an issue. Yeah, like, I mean, there's even like a little left and right play. Not a ton, but a little bit. And this guy's just like not happening. I don't know. I mean, if I had to, I could loosen. I could lift up and loosen again, like the corners, but I just would really rather not go backwards. Swap the end ones. I don't think it mattered. I don't think it's these extrusions. I think it's the. I'm pretty sure it's the slot. It's the slot, or like it's this. It's either it's not perfectly square, or it's the notches when they were machined, or it's, yeah. I mean, those are the main things I've got. But yeah, this one I imagine it's gonna drop in without much issue on the other side. Oh, that's a little tighter. It's a little tighter. But not by much. Yeah, there we go. I'll probably when I get back play around with it. I might try to rotate the whole machine and see if I have both of this side like hanging off on the other end and not one of it clamped. I don't know if that'll do anything because I did loosen both of them and it didn't seem to really affect it. But it's just, it sucks because it's really close. I'm not looking at it and seeing like, oh no, it's got a bunch that needs to come off. Like, it is right there. Are those 2040s the same length? I would think so. I would think so. I mean, it's tough on the end to butt them up, but like, I mean, they look, I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say that they're the same length. Within half a millimeter. Those are machine cuts, so they should, yeah, they seem to be exactly the same. Yeah, I'll figure this out when I get back. I'll probably, there's a good chance, well, it depends on how I'm feeling when I'm back from my trip and how well or unwell the video edit I'm doing is, but I'll probably try to get these three installed with their little corner pieces so that way I can remove the quartz, and then we'll start the stream with basically the quartz will be gone and we'll be working on the Z drives. But our Z rails are on, our top is on. We officially have a full cube, which feels nice. So now it'll be a lot of the Z drive, and then I mean, imagine let's see what the process is. Z motor and tensioner assembly, gantry components, hotbed, extrusion head assembly, drag chain, casters. Yeah, so I mean, we'll be starting to make some really good progress once we get through here. But I think I'm gonna call it at that. It's hot. I feel like I'm fizzling. out a little bit, and like I said, I'm going swimming in a little bit here, so I just want to relax. Excuse me. I want to relax for like 45 minutes before then. I just wish that this guy would just drop right in, but he doesn't. Oh, I know you want to go in there. No. All right, everybody. I'm gonna call it. Thank you so much for hanging out in the hottest stream around. I appreciate everyone for just chilling. Everyone that commented, liked, all of our new memberships, our returning messages. Who are you looking for? What do you mean, who am I looking for? Yeah, thank you to everybody, and Polymaker for letting us do the giveaway. Congratulations to our winner. On that note, I'm gonna go sit in the cold for a little bit and just kind of decompress, and then go swimming and cool out. So hope everyone has a comfortable, cool week and stays as cool as you possibly can. And I will catch you all back in the garage next Wednesday. All right, all. Have a great rest of your week. Cheers.